Alright y'all, what's up? It's mistaVillain back again on my first episode of mistaVillain Understands. And I'm here with my new co-host,
Mista.
Yes man, and we here today to talk about Dragon Ball Super, man. And we finna get into it, we finna lay into that ass, baby. And I'm talking about, today we're gonna talk about power, we're gonna talk about character development, and we're gonna talk about reactions to those things. So stay tuned, and let's get ready. Alright man, as y'all can see, we about to go into some character development, so I'm just gonna pass it out to my boy and let him go and get started.
Well, I guess starting off first, we can talk about Gohan. That seemed to be the one that gripes the most people's
A lot of people upset about Gohan right now.
Upset about how Gohan ended up being in Super. A lot of people think that he was, for lack of a better term, bitched out.
Oh, he was bitched out. Gohan was bitched out.
But you know, honestly, when it comes, if we're gonna talk about, if we're gonna start with Gohan, look, I'm a Gohan fan. Obviously, we all are. If you hear on the series talking about Dragon Ball Z or whatnot, but shit, I'm hot. I don't know if we might have to cut that.
Right.
But yeah, like I was saying though, but as far as Gohan, the whole I guess bitched outness, it tracks with his personality though. Gohan was always timid, you know. He was always powerful,
okay,
but he was always a little timid. You know, it took Cell. I mean, Gohan was already strong as hell and fighting back with Cell, but it took Cell doing even more shit during they fight to finally draw out Gohan's full power. And even once Gohan's full power was drawn out, he still didn't want to give it to Cell all the way. So I mean, we wanted more for Gohan, but Toriyama might have made the right decision.
In my opinion, as far as Gohan goes, I think Gohan's an epic character.
No,
you know what I'm saying? But the way they make him bitched out, because you know at one point the show was supposed to continue on with only Gohan, but the fans wanted more Goku. You see what I'm saying? So the way they kept him in there was just like, okay, well yeah, you kept him in there, but you kept him in there as a bitch character. Gohan eventually became a sideline character, if y'all remember. He just was a sideline, even in Super, especially in Super. You know what I'm saying? It took Piccolo's, his real daddy's courage to get you know it isn't really, I know this. Hey, who's Gohan's real daddy? Talk about it in the comment section. Alright.
To bring out Gohan power, I think we've had discussions about this off camera, but we'll bring it on wax now.
Okay.
I mean, that still tracks with Gohan. Like, if I'm not mistaken, it might have been you who said this, or at least reminded me of this. Gohan's power has always been brought out by somebody else. It was the Elder Namekian that brought his power out in Z. And it was also the Elder Supreme Kai. It's always some old fucker.
Goddamn right.
That's bringing out his power. And so I mean it just still seems to track with just how his personality has always been. But I love the fact that he didn't stay bitched out. Now, I guess we can discuss this in the next topic. But I mean, I think he lost a lot of power. And I think that's really what upset a lot of people. I don't know if it was him being timid that upset a lot of people, probably so. But I think a lot of the loss of because at the end of Z, you know, he was the Mystic Gohan form, and you know what I mean? He was supposed to be top level. And to see where he was at the start of Super, and even on through the Tournament of Power, he displayed strength, but I don't know if we ever felt like he made it back to at least what we thought he was at the end of Z. I don't know. I mean, how do you feel?
In the Z Gohan, in the Z Gohan
was badass.
Still was a badass motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like straight up, he was a badass motherfucker. But as soon as end of Z, you know, they sidelined my boy, and it was just like
he had a family.
He needed a comeback.
No, he did.
You know what I'm saying? He needed redemption. It was a goal, man, because you know he was the most powerful character on Dragon Ball at one point. You know what I'm saying? The strongest person in Dragon Ball as far as the Cell saga went.
Yeah, even Goku admitted.
And then
I mean, I think he made
Buu Saga go. You know.
Well, yeah, I was just about to say.
Even as the Buu Saga goes, you know, he got real epic. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like
I think if he hadn't been caught slipping, like they mentioned in Super, if he had not been caught slipping, he had the power to beat Buu, hands down. He was toying with Buu.
He was done with Buu.
He was toying with him, but his lack of experience and
that
his
same
kindness,
fucking pride.
and but see, that's why I think Super touched. They did a good job. Toriyama and his team did a good job of touching on those things in Super, those flaws.
I think that was to y'all, man. I think that was the most beautiful thing they ever did was to call out those different flaws that these sayings have and actually bring them to light. Like, all right, you need to stop doing that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Toriyama. Shout out y'all writers for Superman. Shout out Toei Animation, man.
And when I think about it, it's probably was best for the way the story went that Gohan didn't just. I mean, I don't know if Toriyama's. I guess it's obvious that his intentions were to rise Goku and Vegeta and such to higher levels, you know. Because like you said, at the end of Z, Gohan was known, you know, at least to us, to be the strongest fighter. You would expect it going into Super that he was going to be, you know, God, just the things that I saw as a kid growing up.
As far as character development goes, he didn't develop when it came to Super. It's like, man, they turned him from badass to straight up office fucking cubicle guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, my man's had on a tracksuit with some glasses and shit, man.
It definitely felt like a big regression from the confidence that he seemed to display from Z. And I know a lot of people were upset about it. But I think he did a good job of at least bringing him back to some level of what he might have been at the end of Z.
Well, tell me this. What you think about tension? I mean, what you really think about tension?
I mean, they say Krillin's the strongest human, but I think it's Tien.
Really? Are we gonna go there? You wanna go there?
I believe that it's Tien. First of all, Tien lasted longer in the Tournament of Power. Now I don't know if that's
saying, man, but who had more bodies in the Tournament of Power? Who had more bodies? You see what I'm saying?
Unfortunately, because as Krillin and Tien, I apologize. I didn't count their bodies.
Yes, but my man had bodies on in the Tournament of Power, bro.
You know what? I still feel like, because even Krillin regressed training wise in Super.
He did.
Tien never stopped training. He even had a school.
He never did. I dig that shit though. That's a solid point. Tien got a school. You know what I'm saying?
He continued with the training of martial arts.
You ever wonder, just on the side note, if those guys could use key control?
Tien and
no, his little students, because they never really showed.
They never showed that. No, they never showed that.
Key control and shit,
I would imagine that
because there'll be a possibility of training the world for new heroes and shit now. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Going back to the old times of just Dragon Ball when everybody liked to fight and train and shit. You know what I'm saying? Maybe an imminent danger. We got space dangers now. Back then, it was just Earth dangers.
Problems now.
You know what I'm saying? It was just Earth dangers back then. Little dinosaur issues. You know, whatever. King Piccolo, you know, whatever. But you know,
now we got guys.
We got guys and shit we dealing with. That shit is crazy, man.
It's a different.
But my take on Tension, I think he's a strong guy. I mean, I think he's a solidly strong character, especially coming from being the first person to fly in Dragon Ball, period.
He was huge in Dragon Ball.
You know what I'm saying? He was the first one to display flight, you know what I'm saying, on solid flight. You know what I'm saying, with no wings and shit, you know.
He was terribly strong.
But you specific motherfuckers who gonna say, well, this person had wings, he was the first person to fly. No, I mean with no wings. You know what I'm talking about. Crane school, fool. You know what I'm talking about.
So I still, like I said, whole serve that I feel like Tien's probably stronger than Krillin, man. I think Tien's a little tougher. Krillin,
but
look, and I know we were supposed to be talking about this is a Super discussion, but unfortunately I have to continue to use, Z references. Krillin wasn't out there holding off no second level Cell now. Tien held off Cell as best he could.
That tried to
beaming his ass to death.
try beaming the fuck out of Saiyajin.
I don't know how many Destructo discs it would have took for Krillin to do that. But I sure didn't see him volunteering. That's for damn sure.
Hey, but you know what's crazy? Speaking of the Destructo disc, you know what I'm saying? As it develops, sometimes it's kind of off-putting, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like sometimes it can cut through anything, and sometimes it can't.
The level of its power definitely fluctuates.
You know what I'm saying? It's like they say it shouldn't matter who throw it, it's just gonna cut them off, but it never works on that scale no more.
No,
you know what I'm saying? Especially in Super, it doesn't work on that scale. Motherfuckers just be tanking that shit.
Oh yeah, it's now that technique. At this point, that technique is obsolete. But I do like the fact that they, speaking of moving on to another character as far as the development, and we were just talking about him, Krillin. I do like the fact that they played with the development of that move and even the solar flare. You know, I can lump that in with the character development of Krillin. I like how they at least tried to show you that they were progressing. Piccolo as well. The only person that didn't seem to progress character-wise was Yamcha. That's completely bitch.
Speaking of Yamcha,
where we going?
Y'all know what's up with Yamcha, man. Stop trying to play my man's in these streets, man. First of all, he a pro ball player. Get money. So don't fuck with my boy. He out here signing autographs and shit. Don't fuck with Yamcha.
Yamcha's a pretty boy, man.
Get that work, man. Second of all, Yamcha over here in this Moro saga getting that work in. He putting bodies up, man. He putting bodies back, man. He took a whole fleet out in the Moro saga, man. Y'all better get on my boy Yamcha. He coming back. He bringing shit, man. We look good, man. It ain't made me mad.
Okay, so getting into talking about different levels of power. Goku. Let's just be real. Goku broke through a lot of barriers. So
Goku is Goku, man.
It seemed like he was more Goku than ever in Super.
Oh man, I listen. I'm not gonna lie to you people here today. Listen, Goku made me fall in love with him again. And no homo, man. I gotta say it though. You know what I'm saying? I was in love with that man. Look, he was beautiful. Like he displayed that old saying ritual of kicking ass and taking names, man. Look, my dude went from taking like an ass whooping from Kefla to whooping. No, not from Kefla, but from Kale. From whooping Kale to getting a whooping. God damn it, you know what I'm trying to say. From getting a whooping from Kale to whooping Kale and Khalifa's ass.
He broke through a lot of barriers in the tournament power. I mean, he displayed a lot of different levels of strength. Period in Super.
He really did. Went back to the basics.
But I heard a lot of rumblings that a lot of people feel like a lot of people feel like SSJB it's not displaying the full force that a lot of people would like to see. God level Super Saiyan display. I've also heard a lot of people complain about they feel like the new form has rendered Super Saiyan completely obsolete.
When you what like base with Super Saiyan?
Yeah, like Super Saiyan 1, 2. A lot of people feel like we only got to see Super Saiyan 3, though we do see it a little bit in Super. I mean, Beerus just completely smacked Goku's ass in 3. That shit was just, it was embarrassing.
He did smack.
So, but a lot of people feel like we only got to see it a few times in Z, and then immediately it was obsolete coming into Super. And like I said, he shows it to Beerus. Beerus smacks him. And he only shows it in the Tournament of Power. He never fights as Super Saiyan 3 in the Tournament of Power. So I know a lot of people feel like the new forms kind of threw that away. But
you know what?
My question really, I guess I don't have an clear understanding of JB or Super Saiyan Blue. Its power, or as far as where I understand that it's another level of power, and obviously it's supposed to be very strong. But I'm just not getting a clear understanding of where it ranks on the totem pole or power scale. The thing that stood out to me was that we see Goku and Vegeta in Super. They both go base Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan 2. And Goku fights in these forms often, well, as well as Vegeta, but I'm sticking, obviously we're talking about Goku. My question is, why does he fight in base Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan 2? I guess I don't understand why. And just completely skips over 3 and just goes right to blue, or...
Well, if you listen, he says it taxes him in ways he still can't fucking get a grasp on. My problem with that is he learned how to control the God Ki, which was supposedly more difficult to control. You know what I'm saying? Because you had to balance this power with that power. Like you had to balance like Super Saiyan with some others serene of mind bullshit. I can't remember what it is right now. Y'all talk about it in the comments. Let me know what it is. You know what I'm talking about. But it's supposed to make him, you know what I'm saying, control that. So you learn how to intricately control that. But you telling me you can't get down how to make 3 less training?
I think, you know, Tori, and that's where I think it confuses me. I think Toriyama made a bit of a mistake. I think with these forms, he may have made a bit of a mistake with how they're classified, and obviously, I guess it gives us a lot of things to discuss. But yeah, I didn't understand how I thought Goku was supposed to have attained a higher level of ki control, which should have made 3.
You know what I'm saying? Just
why is it still so taxing?
You know what I'm saying? Still should be that taxing.
Why does Super Saiyan 3 drain so much stamina and energy, but you can use Super Saiyan God Red effortlessly?
You know what I'm saying? But see, Vegeta said that's why he don't even want to even deal with it. I guess you know what it is. You know what it is, and let's go and call it what it is. It's goddamn plot armor, my nigga.
Well, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We need that to be relevant because we always skip over. You know what I'm saying? It's just the power of the pen, my brother. They just wrote it in there for no goddamn reason. Damn, Toriyama.
So comparing. If everybody's caught up on Super, Vegeta's SSBE or Super Saiyan Blue evolution, compared to Goku's Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken times 20, where do we think the powers are comparatively? Is Goku stronger, or is this the evolution?
I want to say if it was in my opinion, I want to say it's an equal thing, but I want to say because of the purity of how Vegeta obtained it and what power it is, it's all God power versus where Goku's combining it with like another technique.
He combined it with another technique.
But while that technique is a technique of a Kai, you know what I'm saying? How can you really rate? You know what I'm saying? Like, a Kai is still a deity. You know what I'm saying? So that technique is Kaioken. Think of it like this: is Kaioken like a godly technique? Because notice nobody else uses it but King Kai and Goku.
Well, yeah, I definitely consider it a somewhat of a godly technique, because like you said, this was a technique that was created, developed, and mastered by King Kai. We don't like to, I guess we don't think of King Kai as a god, but he's definitely in that deity rank.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I would imagine that is a godly technique, but I get what you're saying. I mean, because it is separate from Super Saiyan Blue.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And Vegeta's evolution, I want to say that, but I feel so are we? So we're looking at the evolution as the next level of Super Saiyan God Blue, like we look at Super Saiyan 2 as the next level.
Kind of like a primal thing. You know what I'm saying? He reached deep inside. You know what I'm saying? With this like. Say, you know how he is about being a Saiyan.
Oh, no, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe he
grows powerful.
Maybe he really reached into some legendary pool of power that was like equivalent to the legendary form that Broly takes in the you know what I'm saying?
So do we think Goku,
canon Broly, not movie Broly?
So do you think this will continue? This is going to continue to be a split off, because as we know, like I said, if you're caught up with Super, Goku attains also another form, MUI, Ultra Instinct.
He did master Ultra Instinct just recently here, but right before that, Vegeta had a new form. You know what I'm saying, that he had learned from the Yardrats. You know what I'm saying, he had learned how to, you know what I'm saying, and that was dumb powerful. Matter of fact, he was, if you want to talk about it, he was whooping Moro and he was taking Moro energy. He had to learn that technique, how to take energy back. You know know what I'm saying? So he was just like smacking him around, like you know what I'm saying? But Moro's a bitch who sucks other people's power. He ain't got nothing on his own, you know what I'm saying? So he, just did same old, and that's when he devoured 7-3. You know what I'm saying? 7-3 was already a power stealing ass nigga. He got touched on the back of the neck with that fuckery. You know what I'm saying? Like really, just to jump on this real quick, this Moro shit is real fucked up. Cause there's a lot of power stealing motherfuckers. Ain't nobody trained for they stuff.
Well, that was and if we're talking about the entire Super saga, a lot of the power displays and the characters they got pretty powerful, strong, quick. I mean, Golden Frieza attained this new golden form, and was just, I mean, it bothered me that he was able to sustain in the midst of God of Destruction energy. That bothered me.
Yeah, okay.
That bothered me. It irritated my soul that he was able to do that and Goku was over there struggling. I didn't understand that at all. I understand Goku was, I believe he was in base form at the time, but
I believe so.
I still feel like that was a little. The power scaling in Super it's a little wacky, is it not?
It is wacky. So jumps to the next character, Kefla. That's wacky as it gets. Cause during the whole tournament, man, listen, Kefla. All right, I already said it, but I'm gonna say it again. Goku was spanking the character that spanked him just like 5 minutes before, and he took on her homegirl with him, and he spanked them both. Tired. He did that, and he was tired. He showed them Super Saiyan 3 for fun.
Yeah, I gotta interject that he was tired. He had not fully recovered his stamina after Jiren had bopped his ass right out of Ultra Instinct. So.
You see what I'm saying? And all of that in comparison, like Goku's a motherfucking beast, but Kefla power scaling is wonky because once she was getting spanked by Goku. Now y'all know what this is. She was getting spanked by Goku in his Super Saiyan blue form or whatever. No, Super Saiyan God form, red God, and she was black hair. Black hair Kefla. He was still whooping on him. The time she went Super Saiyan 2, she went Super Saiyan 1 first, but that didn't work. But time she went Super Saiyan 2, she was just like super powerful, and now Goku gotta go Ultra Instinct again. Now that is wonky as fuck. Now you tell me how that goes off, bro.
Her energy definitely climbed.
Just cause she fused?
Exponentially.
Just cause she fused? Are you kidding me? Fuck that. And it was Patara fusion. We all know, goddamn, the dance is better than Patara fusion. Cause Gogeta is better than Vegeta. Let's argue about it in the comment section below.
Alright, moving on to reactions. I guess the likes starting off first. I liked the coloring of the Super Saiyan God form or the Super Saiyan Blue. That blue, for some reason that blue hair was really cool to me. I like that. I know that which has been a lot of the complaints from some people that they felt like the work put into Super Saiyan God wasn't as much as probably was put into Super Saiyan 4 from the GT series as far as how that looks. I've heard people say that with the red fur and the tail.
I mean, that was really good. That was really good.
A good character design. It was an awesome design.
Actually, I wanted to see that somewhere in Super. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe some new primal form they could have called it. They didn't have to call it.
Well, do you? How do you feel about the Super Saiyan? Did you not like? I know it was simple. All they did was change the hair color, but
I mean, but to me,
I like that.
That
color,
shit was. I'm gonna say this, people, that don't get upset. But I feel like that shit was trash, man.
Wow! Hey, look, bro.
Look. MUI and shit. Ocean Industry itself is just better. A better look, like the sleek silver shit with the pupils and the such, and the aura that sparkles like diamonds and shit. I'm with that. That's a character design for Goku.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, in the classic, Goku ripped it with the ripped shirt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
No,
saying?
no Super Saiyan spiky hair, regular Goku hair. Yeah, that was. I enjoyed that design too, and I love the theme song that came with it. The theme song that came with it,
man. And you know, they got a bunch of remixes and shit. So
heard them, yeah. Awesome.
Them is dope, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to that thing.
I also loved the fact that I feel like the other Z Warriors and other characters in Super have been allowed to get a little bit more of a fair shake, because they had become quite useless towards the end of Z. All the TN and Krillin. I enjoyed how they were
just
more
professional spectators.
Yeah, and I enjoy seeing them get into the fight and not just immediately being garbage.
Yeah, they were treated like trash at the end, and it was like these were fighters. These were the strongest fighters in the world. And
then they were just the strongest cheerleaders.
And they were cannon fodder like a some bitch, man. That shit was crazy.
I blame Yamcha.
I do. But I told y'all in the last part, stop with my boy Yamcha. Don't make me cook him. Go ahead, bro.
So moving on, I also liked a lot of the introduction of a lot of the new characters. I always love the introduction of new characters. I had a bit. I guess I could say that for my next little part, but I liked Jiren. I liked Champa and Beerus and Whis and the Grand Priest. Just the introduction of all the other numerous new characters that were introduced. I definitely enjoyed all of that. And I'm trying to think of something else specifically that I really enjoyed. But as far as the series goes overall with my likes, I enjoyed the music. I enjoyed the theme. I enjoyed the opening themes and the ending themes as well. I guess I can say that. And moving
as far
on.
as the opening music things.
Yeah, I enjoyed the themes.
You know what? I don't enjoy
also
the super opening thing.
I also watch. I don't know now. There are discrepancies. I watch sub. So I like the Japanese opening to me. Maybe that hits. I've actually never seen the super opening or ending in English. I've never, because even when we were watching it when it was coming out, it was in Japanese. So I've never seen the opening.
I've never seen an episode. I've never seen an episode of Super in English.
So you didn't enjoy the Japanese opening?
No. I don't get down with that. I can't get jiggy with that shit, man. That's all I'm saying, man. That's all.
I loved it. I loved it. I grew to love both of them. I like the opening before the Tournament of Power, because they changed once the tournament. They changed once the Tournament of Power.
That's something I didn't keep up with. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like.
I love opening and endings of animes. I
can dig them. I dig lots of opening animes. Some of them make me cry like that. Shout out to the classic Cowboy Bebop ending thing. Beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what it is, man. And for me, a theme has to get me there. You know what I do now? I skip the themes.
When I'm in a serious binge mode, I do, but. Especially when I'm exploring new animes, I tend to consciously try to watch the opening themes and endings. I don't know. It's just part of my journey.
It was a time in my life where I would run a theme every time I watched the episode, like at least the opening one. I was just like, bro, I'm watching it because I was be jamming the whole time.
It leads you into the show. It becomes part of your tradition.
Exactly. Like, I gotta hear this shit. This is my shit right here, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just heard it 22 minutes ago, but fuck it.
Gotta hear it.
Gotta hear it. That's my shit, man. But yeah,
what were your likes as far as Super goes, though?
As far as Super goes, my likes. Alright, so I like Beerus. First of all, I like Beerus as a character.
I love Beerus.
You know what I'm saying? His pool of power is questionable. You know, sometimes he's this strong, sometimes he's that strong.
Well, it wouldn't be Dragon Ball Z. It wouldn't be a Dragon Ball series if we didn't have disputes about levels of power.
Of course, gotta do all that shit. But you know, I do like the Beerus character. He was a learning character, even though he was a god. He was still learning to be, you know what I'm saying, a better guy. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that was a nice message. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause that was pretty cool. You know, the whole Ultra Instinct thing, I liked it, but I feel like it was a power they should have held back on
for a later
time, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's
Jiren was
ridiculously
strong.
Jiren was ridiculous. Jiren was ridiculous. And
it was ridiculous.
My thing is, all those pools of power, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like if you're going to keep Super going, you shouldn't have exposed those pools of power yet. You know what I'm saying? You should have let them worked up. Hell, we didn't even need Jiren. You could have just had his Sopo, you know what I'm saying? Then made Jiren something to work up to. You know what I'm saying? Like, alright, I want to be Jiren because I know Jiren can beat me. You know what I'm saying? Universe 7 didn't even have to win the fucking tournament. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of shit I'm on, but I feel like they wanted to be like Universe 7 was the most valuable, and they were the only ones who were going to make that win type of shit. You know how the Dragon Ball steers you to believe that you're, people are going to, of course, be the ones. Because, of course, I feel like if you were in the universe, you would place yourself in Universe 7 because that's what you've been watching so long. You know
for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm definitely
at home with Universe 7, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
That type of shit, man, you know, and I like that shit. I also like the universe concept. But like I said, the different powers, like Goku was strong enough in God form. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he should have explored how to perfect that a whole lot more. Maybe you know how right now they made they made Vegeta go to Yardrat and train instead of making, and that's in the manga. You know what I'm saying? That didn't even make, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I feel like they should have made it where Goku went back to Yardratians to train again.
I definitely agree with that.
Because it's been so many years, you know what I'm saying? He's been doing all the space travel.
If I'm not mistaken, did he not mention something about training with them again?
He mentioned, because he was like, man, it was a comic that came out. Oh, not a comic, excuse me, y'all don't hurt me. It was a manga that came out, and
forgive the villain.
And they was like, Goku had admitted that he had left early. He didn't have the time to finish their training. You know what I'm saying? And so this is what they told Vegeta when he got there to train. Like, Goku never finished, and you can be more powerful than Goku, and you seem to have a little bit more discipline. You know what I'm saying? You know, because he has that whole angry.
He's definitely more mature than Goku for sure.
I call it an angry thing because I be like, you know,
he's always serious.
Vegeta need to blow one, you know what I'm saying? Just to the face.
He definitely need a little bit of the cushion.
You know what I'm saying? He need to let it go. You know what I'm saying?
He's definitely uptight.
You know, in my frozen voice, let it go, Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all I'm saying, man.
So. Well, I guess I'll say a couple things that I disliked about the show, and then I'll lead to asking you about that. So, like, as far as like what I disliked about Super, I disliked the fact that God form wasn't more extravagant. I wanted that to be more ultimate looking. I wanted it to look like a God form. You know, I've seen so much film. We've all seen fan art of all the different forms that and there have been a lot of fan art forms that have been awesome that could have been a God form.
Right.
So what else I didn't like was Toriyama completely forgot about Singing Tales.
Oh yeah, he went on record saying that bullshit, man.
How you thinking about Tales?
No, bro, that was like the pinnacle. Cause I want, you know what? You know what I would have liked? I know we all got dislikes, but what I would have liked to see is my dude bring Tails to Super and let that be the way they reach these godly forms.
Yes.
Because back then, Goku's tail was the pinnacle.
They got weaker from losing your tail. You lost a certain amount of power.
A certain amount of power, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, bro, every time he had his tail, he felt stronger. Matter of fact, if you go as far as back to Dragon Ball, he was told by his grandpa to strengthen, or someone who told him that. I can't remember who told him, but they told him to strengthen his tail as well. Or he thought about it on his own, however that went, but it was understood that he had to strengthen his tail as well. Remember, at one point he was just like weak with his tail. Then all of a sudden he was punching holes in brick walls with his tail. You know what I'm saying? Well, with the use of his tail, you know. And that whole thing, like he jumped off his tail and kicked the brick wall down in the tournament just to prove a point. Like, but y'all don't even want to see, y'all want to smoke out of little Goku.
I feel like Toriyama dropped the ball there. He dropped the ball there. So that frustrated me a little bit. I dislike. First of all, I dislike the entire Future Trunks saga. I probably should have put that. I think I said that with the introduction of characters. So I did like the evil Goku concept. I did like Goku Black. So I liked that character.
Tell me what you liked about Goku Black.
Well, I liked the entire. I just liked it. I just liked seeing Goku have an evil counterpart. I know that there have been other people who have stolen Goku's body or have resembled Goku. So the entire evil Goku thing has been around for a while. So I know that. But with that being said, I'm probably always gonna like when there's an evil Goku iteration. I'm always gonna enjoy it. So that's I really have nothing outside of the fact that I always seem to enjoy evil Goku iterations.
And the evil Goku is a very powerful person.
It always is.
So that motherfucker don't care.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Goku's
Goku
power
that don't care is definitely
ridiculous.
You know, it's that man there. I mean, because I think he holds himself back a lot. You know what I'm saying? I feel like
He's such a nice guy.
Like evil Goku would just let off large amounts of power at one time. Like
which is what Zamasu did in his body. He just continually get stronger and just creating all types of moves and blase woo. But that entire saga of Future Trunks was pretty boo boo. And I think the only reason that they even had that saga was for the end game of having Zeno have a twin, have another Zeno or whatever. So, because Goku promised Zeno a friend.
He did, and that was plot armor.
I think
you
that's
know
what
I'm saying. It's like fuck, because it was just like, oh, that was a means to an ends to get out of that. Oh, you wrote yourself a corner like, oh, I know how to do it. Oh.
Yeah, well, you just wrote yourself out with a terrible arc. But okay.
Because he came in, he wiped out the universe, but some kind of way that Trunks and that Mai escaped that universe to go to another time. It was like, what the fuck, man? I don't even.
So Toriyama definitely dropped the ball when it came to that Future Trunks saga. He dropped the ball. I didn't really like the pacing either. I feel like maybe Super feels a little rushed. Whereas a lot of us felt like Z was drawn out.
Yeah.
I think he heard those complaints over the years, and he put it on us in Super.
That's why I'm like, bro. It's like if you haven't read the manga for the current shit yet, it's like it's a lot of power being thrown around display right now. On top of that, it's just like Moros, this planet eater and power drainer.
Yeah,
and he just keep getting infinite amounts of power. They couldn't beat him a million years ago now, and they still can't beat him now. You know what I'm saying? So with that, they had fuck, I was gonna say you, bro, man. I'm high, man. See, we can't keep doing this. I can't. Oh, goddamn, man. It was. Fuck it, cut it to the next shit. But this is why we do this shit, man. This anime shit, man. I can't think of what I was gonna say, so we just gonna move on.
We gonna move on to our ending statements.
Alright, y'all look.
We enjoyed Super. I give Super. I guess we have a grading scale here.
So we're gonna do a homage to a Black Clover, because y'all know Black Clover is popping.
Hey, so, Aster's that dude.
On this show, we just gonna rate shit on the Clover scale. Now y'all know that Clover has its own power scale. They do this 1 through 9 thing. I haven't told you that yet, but we'll get to that. We're gonna do it on the Grimoire scale right now. We're gonna call it the Grimoire scale. I like that. 1 through 5. Y'all know 5 being the powerful one. Anything below 3 is trash.
Yeah, anything below three grimoires is
Do you see how I'm looking at you?
yeah, bro. Don't even waste your time on
You know
that.
what I'm saying?
If we give you 2 grimoires, don't even turn that
Don't
into.
don't turn that shit on, man. And hey, look, this is credible shit right here, man. Heard it right here.
So,
So we gon' what you giving, man?
Because I still love Super. I can't give it 5 grimoires because it was a lot of flaws, but I'll give it 4.
You gonna give it 4 leaves?
I'll give it a 4-leaf grimoire.
Okay. You know what? I agree with that. I'm gonna go with 4 leaf grimoire for Super because of its history of Z and how it's led to what it is.
It's got the machine behind it.
It's got it, it's trying to work. Toriyama tries not to be in it all the time, but you know what I'm saying? I feel like he can't help it. You know what I'm saying? And his input is always needed. That's what I say, you know what I'm saying? Just for damn sure. But so that's what we're gonna do right here, man. We're gonna wrap this thing up, man. So y'all heard it right here, first episode, pilot episode, mistaVillain Understands. And I'm gonna tell you something. I don't understand everything. We're right here, man, with my boy, man. It's mistaVillain.
Oh, Senpai C note. We saw